Hi, this is Dr. Darren Schmidt at the Nutritional Healing Center of Ann Arbor, and this is a video about how to use the app called Cronometer. And you put your food and drinks into this app, and it'll give you macronutrients and micronutrients. So if you're trying to get into ketosis, this is very valuable. It's accurate. The numbers are correct. There's other apps that are inaccurate when it comes to eating higher amounts of fat. So you can put your foods into here and see if your diet will lead you into ketosis. Of course, you want to test your blood too. All right, so the first day I want to show you is actually September 20th of 2017, and this is my food. And so what I want to show you is that you can go to these bars down here, and this one shows you energy. So 1951 calories, 87 grams of protein, 62 grams of carbs, and 146.8 grams of fat. So in this day, my ratio was a 1-to-1 ratio so 1 gram of fat versus 1 gram of protein plus carbs. So 1-to-1 is not very ketogenic, and it's definitely low carb, but compare that to the standard American diet, which is 1-to-4. So there's way more protein and carbs in the standard American diet. So if you want to get into ketosis, you got to get that 2-to-1 ratio. And if you go deeper, like 3-to-1 or 4-to-1 ratio, you get deeper and deeper into ketosis. So here's how you add foods in. See my cursor up here? You got this add food button. So you click on that, and then you can type in whatever food. Here's olive oil. I'll click on the green olives. And down at the bottom, you can click on this serving. Here it says a small olive or a medium or large, extra large, ounces, cup. So you just pick the one that you want, and then you pick the quantity. And if you look to the left, you'll see that it's got 5.7 calories, 0 grams of protein, 0 carbs, and 0.6 fat. That's one large olive. Let's make this 20 olives, and we'll see what happens. Now we're at 12 grams of fat, and a little bit of carbs, a little bit of protein. So olives are very ketogenic. So that's how you can tell if a food will help you get into ketosis. Now, if you have a meal that's higher protein and carbs, just add fat to it, olive oil and butter, etc. That's the key, is supplemental oils. Okay, so I'm doing this on my laptop, so this website is more robust, if you will, compared to the app on your device, on your smartphone. So here you have favorite foods on this tab. Here's common foods. Here's even supplements and different brands, restaurants. So there's a lot of options. Here's a custom, so you can put in your own foods, like the Keto Damia Good Fat Bar, for example. Okay, so that's how you can add the foods. Now, if I scroll up, you can see micronutrients here. Okay, now all of that is customizable. You can click on your profile, which I'm not going to do because it has some personal information I'm not willing to share. But on the profile, you put in your weight, your birthday, and then you can customize your grams. You can click on keto, you can click on zone diet, you can click on whatever. You could customize the numbers however you want. Okay, so let's go to the next day, September 21st. And on this day, it was low calorie. It was 881 calories. Now, there are some days where I've been low calorie like that, 1,100 calories maybe. And I'm at a 2-to-1 ratio here, 83 grams of fat, 17 grams of carbs, and 21 grams of protein. So it's a 2-to-1 ratio. Now I just want to share with you, I've had this black mold exposure. It landed in my chest and in my heart. 1 year ago, I was getting into ketosis, and it hurt because it was feeding the mold. And other people get bloating because it feeds the candida. Candida, yeast, mold, fungus. Just consider that they're all the same in that they feed off sugar and they feed off ketones. So you got to wipe that out of your body. I have had maybe 4 or 5 people in the last year get into ketosis, even though they had candida, and they were okay with it. They actually got better. But that's only 4 or 5 people out of dozens. So anyways, this is just an example of a 2-to-1 ratio, and I'm doing well now on a 2-to-1 ratio as far as my symptoms are concerned, whereas a year ago, it was bad. All right, and these are the challenges that we all go through. We got toxins, we got exposures, you got to clean that stuff out. Some people get into ketosis really easily within a week or 3 weeks. Other people it takes 2 months. I have a woman, I saw her today. She came in 11 months ago with high blood pressure. It was 160 over 90, 95, and it was spiking up to 180 or even higher. I found mold in her chest, and it took about 4 months, and her blood pressure came down to 130 over 85, and then it would rain and she'd get worse, but now she's quite stable. It's 11 months into it. Now she's going to get into ketosis. She's going to try, and she's going to do it very slowly and gradiently. Okay, the next day I want to show you is September 23rd, and this is I had a wide variety of foods on this day. 2384 calories, 2,384 calories. And my ratio here is 1 to 1.8. So let's just round that up to 1 to 2 ratio of fat versus protein plus carbs. So my fat's at 140, carbs at 130, and protein's at 134. Okay, so not ketogenic, it's a 1 to 2 ratio. But it's not the standard American diet, which is 1 to 4. Okay, so I call this low carb still. The next day I want to show you is the 29th of September. This is a high calorie day, 3,069 calories. And by the way, when you move your cursor over the bars, the foods come up that are the top contributors to the calories or to the protein or to the carbs. So you can see here my carbs were dates on this day. Had some potatoes. Here's a protein, chicken, sausage, omelet. Here's a top calorie was from sausage, pork sausage. Yum. Fat grams, 205 grams of fat, pork sausage. All right, so there's that. 3,000 calories on this day, 800 calories on another day. Now, if you're trying to lose weight, and this is specifically for women, men have an easier time. But if you're a woman, you're trying to lose weight, and you're at that 2-to-1 ratio, and you're in ketosis, it doesn't mean you're going to be losing weight. You got to bring the calories down, and you might need to be at 800 calories daily for months to achieve your goal, and that's what it takes. I've had a number of women have to do that. Okay, so October 2nd is the next day. I'm going to go over. This is another 2-to-1 ratio day. 2,100 calories here. Heavy whipping cream was my main source of energy and my main source of fat on this day, as you can see as I move my mouse around. Okay, so heavy whipping cream is very ketogenic, macadamia nuts. I have a video called These Are the Ketogenic Foods. Okay, now I want to show you trends. So I can click on this trends button up here. And now this is the free version on my laptop, but I have the paid version on my iPad or on my iPhone. So I did a snapshot here, and this is a trend from April 22nd to October 18th. And you can see that my average calories is 2,035. My protein's 91, my carbs are 67, and my fat's at 151. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio, and that's where I'm hanging out. So I'm just giving you full disclosure. Now, how do you get to trends on your app? Here's the trends button at the top. Then you click on Nutrition Report over here, this button, and then you click on this gearbox here, and the gearbox will then ask you some questions. How long do you want your trend to be? 7 days, 2 months. Do you want to include today? Do you want to have just the completed days? Do you want the non-empty days? So you just answer those questions, and then you click save, and this is what you get. So there you go. There's how you get trends and add your foods and look at your macronutrients. This is an easy tool to use, but you got to use it. That's the key. And if you like this information, give me a thumbs up and share and subscribe. But make sure you're using Cronometer. C-R-O, Cronometer. All right, take care.